throughout the whole Zambia is acknowledged. She hated me, and because she was my half sister, when I say half sister from my mother's side, it also put my mother on the middle, taking sides. It was just one of those family rivals that when we were growing up, everybody in my family knew it. My older sister hated me. Why? I didn't know. What I did to her, I didn't know. We were all not perfect. Sisters fight, even step-sisters. But she wouldn't talk to me. We would be eating in the house. The side where I'm eating, because we all used to eat on one plate as a family. You know how we eat in Africa. She would eat on the other side. That was some part of the pain that I started dealing with from such a young age. I never understood why my sister hated me that much. Because I loved her, because I met my mother, and my mother said, oh, she had a daughter, my stepmother. When you know the story of how I met my stepmother, when my mother and my father separated and left one another because my grandmother made my biological mother get tired, and she decided to leave the children. So my father raised me, and he met another woman. I think at the age of 5, 6, somewhere there. That's when I met my stepmother. And I loved that woman. And then she said, yeah, she also had a daughter. amongst all the people in the house. That child she gave birth to loved me the most. But the rivalry was that that child would come to me, but I was not allowed to touch the child or hold the child, and that would break me. I would be sitting there hurting, like, what did I do wrong? Why am I not allowed to touch this child? But the child loved me. And how God turns things around. Things changed for my sister. The devil gloated over her, she went left. And how my sister hated me, and the time came when I needed to play mother for that same child she gave birth to, because my sister left the child. I remember I was the one putting that same child on the back, going to under 5 clinic to get shots for that child. I remember the father of the child is even passed away now, Evaristo. I was the one going to his mother and him with that child to go and get all the things they would give me for the child. I became sort of like the second mother of the child, and that child loves me. I'm telling you the truth. If that child would see me today, she would cry. I'm a miracle. I imagine her right now, even get goosebumps. No. That's my child. That's my baby. God turned things around to a place where we are right now. My stepmother passed away. My sister lives 2 houses away from my father. And I can tell you, my brothers and sisters, when I give my sisters, if I give my elder sister, my blood sister, my second born sister, Esnat, if I give her, no, Esnat is the third born, if I give her 50 euro, I also send them to go and give 50 euro. And you know how God changed our story, the way we are close now. And she even had a daughter. And I got a phone call. It was just one of those days they called me, my sisters called me, said, here, we want you to hear. I said, hello. Yeah, I just had a child and I named her after you. Her name is Rachel. I cried because I remembered how much she hated me. But she had to hate me because the fact that she hated me and I still tried and kept love. I believe that's the only thing that God knows. And Apostle Mole says, if she only knew. I'm telling you, I know my sister. If you talk to my sister right now, my sister is not a prayerful person. Future doesn't break down in prayer anyhow, but Future will pray for me. When I speak to her on the phone, she always reminds me, don't forget, you are my sister. My children, they depend on you. When you give me that money, if last time she was in trouble, she borrowed money, she did some business. I was so angry. I had to pay somebody because they were saying they were going to lock her up. And it's been a while since I actually called her, you know. But it's just So I just want to encourage somebody today. I just want to tell somebody the truth today. Your life is just not a story, testimony to share to the world. And after everything you've been through, remember to keep love in your heart. Remember not to give up on the love of Jesus that is greater than the blood of Abel. 'Cause God did the very thing for me. The story that I told about my sister, that is us to Jesus. We beat him up and dressed him, crucified him and killed him. No wonder they were afraid when they heard Jesus rose from the dead, because we thought that Jesus will remember and he would take vengeance on us. That's the truth, because we know we were wrong. You kill a man and the man come out of the dead. Are you not afraid that he will come and kill you? But did you see what he did? He gave us salvation. He gave us salvation. So for me, I don't call myself, and when I share my stories, it's not to make myself feel good or look good. I'm just testifying, my sisters. I'm just testifying. It's my own life and it's the truth. You understand? I'm just testifying because God has been good. And it's to come. I remember. And I called up my friends. I said, yeah, Redo would like us to talk about this album, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no problem. But I guess when I was a beggar, going to studio to sing songs, to do what he wants us to do for JK, to do this, for that, for musicians. When I was poor, I was begging, making shima for them. Leo Muntu with his wife coming to the studio. Leo is my witness. If Leo Muntu, if I lie, you should tell the Zambian people, man, in Wabos. When I was in poverty, that boy loved me. That's why the devil brought him in my life. He was to keep me bound. And that's the thing in my life. Most of all the Zambian people I've loved, they were the devil that were keeping me bound. Jesus. And that's why I had to come to Europe. I was waiting, my sisters. called him up. He said, yeah, no problem. I remember I met him with TK at the lodge where they were drinking alcohol that day, where they were cheating their life they live, you know. I remember, and I told my friend, you know, now I made some money, I want us to move things fast. He looked like he was so happy, and you know, being excited. Women who are not famous and so-called beautiful like them, producers give you. Somebody worked their whole life for years. You just take songs and you publish them and you become famous, and you thought you were fast. But see your careers. Local chickens. Come and fly global. I want to see you and your father set and fly global, because only Jesus fly global. My sisters, what happened next was so sad. When I arrived, I found out that there was a Zambian girl. Her name is Kefigo. She was with a white man, so she had money, you know, and she was putting enough money. So what they did is every beautiful song of mine from the album, they took it and gave it to Kefigo. So me, when I arrived in Zambia, the first thing you hear is song. A song you write on your own, you work hard on. You hear it on radio. But it's not you, but it's yours. How would you feel? I became numb. And it even disappointed me more, because before I did Daughters of Africa, my last meeting with Lily T, the late Lily T, the owner of Mvela, she sang a song for me. She was so excited. Sis, may your soul always rest in peace. She sounded excited. She sang a song for me. She's like, sis, I'm changing, you know, I'm always doing the Kalindula type, but this time I just want to do a kind of pop, big tune. When she sang that song, my sisters, I never told her, even up to now, God, if I lie, now you the one who go punish me. When she sang that song, she didn't even know that it was my song, because that's how these producers do. And I know that for her, she doesn't steal songs. With Lily T, I can't say that, because Lily T is was a woman of caliber and character. She's not like these other girls who don't care. They want to be famous. But being famous, if you don't have the gift that I have, is going to be a problem. Because you see, when they thought they took away the gift of Rachel Bond, Jesus is great. You're fighting to make hits after hit, Redoe, and now even PJ is dead. You can't make any hit, my brother. You don't have writers. PJ is gone. Rachel Bota is abroad. More money doesn't play with you. And if more continues to play with you, if more doesn't realize that you are the devil, that the enemy that the devil brought in his life to keep him Baman, because you make money, that boy, more money, Redo, TK, you people owe that young man more, so much